Now, I would have started this review with the Cruella de Vil song, but knowing my other reviewer's kind of already done it, mate of mine who does a review channel, would have accused me of copying him, because he does. Cruella. So I was a bit hesitant when I first saw this trailer, because I was thinking, does it look actually that good? And I have to say, it's very impressive. It's overall a brilliant movie. I was actually quite surprised. I would recommend and give you some advice. Don't follow on the trailer. Ignore the trailer. The trailer does not give it any justice. Just go and see it. Estella is a young girl who loves everything about fashion and colours. And when a tragedy occurs, she finds herself without a home. She's taken in by two of her friends she's lived with all her life, Horace and Jasper, in London. And Horace and Jasper are like the only fools and horses, Dick and Harry sort of crooks. They steal everything. And so in order to live there, she joins their thieving gang, stealing from people in London. Until she gains an opportunity to work in a high retail fashion store, which she gets a job in. She's trying to prove herself because no one thinks she's worth it. Every time she tries and asks for an opportunity, they completely look at her like she's nothing and like a piece of dirt on the street. Until the Baroness, played by Emma Thompson, discovers one of Cruella's fantastic designs and decides to hire her to the house of the Baroness. The Baroness is the most powerful person in London, the most richest, most wealthiest, most populous designer in all of London. And Cruella de Vil and Estella, who then becomes Cruella, decides to work for her until she discovers the Baroness has a connection to her past, and infuriated, she decides to take on the Baroness and make her pay for what she did to her. And the Baroness and Estella, who becomes Cruella, find themselves in a massive fight to see who can become the best fashion designer. This is really impressive. I can't say it's incredible, but it is really, really good. I absolutely loved it. I thought the character development in this is absolutely fantastic, especially with Horace and Jasper. With this film, you get to discover how she became Cruella de Vil, how she met Horace and Jasper, and all the things you saw from 101 Dalmatians original Disney picture and the 101 Dalmatians live action, how that all happened. This is the backstory of how Cruella de Vil became Cruella de Vil. Emma Stone plays Cruella de Vil. She's absolutely fantastic. She will have your kids hiding behind the sofa. She is conniving, she is evil, she has the laugh. She's a bit spine-chilling as well. She's absolutely fantastic. Her character and her voice work is incredible in this film. And Emma Stone is brilliant as Cruella de Vil. She gets the character to a T. Joel Frey plays Jasper, one of her friends, and of course you know Jasper and Horace. Jasper and Horace are two of her friends who she lives with. These two are great. Honestly, their character personalities are amazing. They bounce off each other really well, and their comedy timing is it's really good. Honestly, it's fantastic. Emma Thompson plays the Baroness, the evil Baroness of London. Emma Thompson does a great job in this role. She's broken-hearted. She's ice cold. She cares for no one but herself, and you can just see clearly when you watch this film how cruel she is. The character is absolutely fantastic and represented really, really well. What I love about this is each of the stories is in a backstory. You go on a journey with Horace and Jasper. You see them develop into the sort of villains into the two idiots that you know about in 101 Dalmatians. You see how they bounce off each other. Each of the character developments and how their chemistry is absolutely brilliant. I love the script. The script is absolutely fantastic. The annoying thing I annoyed about this, one thing that annoyed me in this film was the dogs. You could clearly tell they were CGI'd. I watched it and I was like, I really want to believe they're real, but they're not. I actually thought to myself, well, I kept thinking halfway through the film, are the dogs real? And I realised, yeah, no, they're CGI, and you can clearly tell they're CGI when you watch it. So that was a little bit disappointing. The comedy was absolutely hilarious, especially Horace. Horace was hilarious. His comedy timing was fantastic. His character was brilliant. You see the different sides of how Cruella becomes Cruella de Vil, especially when Emma Stone starts to embrace the madness and the evil instinct that she has in her character. It's brilliant how they represent that. I really enjoyed it. Also, there's a little couple of surprises, twists in this, and some secret appearances by characters you wouldn't think about. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but seriously, you'll like the character appearances that come into this. It develops and goes really well with the film. Also, you kind of see how Cruella bases her idea on through. You can see how her journey and her story kind of links in. I love how they show the chemistry between the Baroness, Emma Thompson, and Emma Stone is absolutely brilliant. You can see them going to war at each other. It's believable. The emotional changes that she goes with in this film is absolutely fantastic, and it's really, really good. I think one thing I have to say is the problem I have. I didn't really care much about the Baroness's scenes at some time, because some of the bit was just dragging on with the Baroness. I just wanted them to get to the point, and some of the comedy again with Baroness was just, okay, yeah, we get the point. You're evil. You're going way too far this time. I thought Mark Strong was okay in it. I feel again it wasn't really needed in it. There were some bits that they didn't really need to include in it. I'm not looking for another certain 101 Dalmatians. You know what I mean? It's I wanted it to be the film about Cruella de Vil, which it did kind of have, and which I agreed with, but there were some moments where they weren't needed, and they could have just been cut out because it didn't work. In my personal opinion, it didn't work. Some of the moments that you thought didn't make very much sense, they could have put a lot more detail into it. And then I have to say, the end credit scene as well kind of annoyed me, because it kind of changes the concept and the whole point of 101 Dalmatians. Because when you're thinking about it, you're like, okay, what? You know, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know why they put it in. Because it's like thinking, okay, does that mean that she's now going to have to do this, but then she becomes this, so she's helping, now she's going to become the killer, but she's nice first before she becomes the killer? You know what I mean? It's like, it completely changes the universal concept of 101 Dalmatians. But overall, I had fun with this. I thought it was a really good film. I thought it was brilliant. I didn't think it was incredible. I don't think it's a 5-star Disney live action phenomenon, but it is really good, and I had a good time with it. I have fun with it, and I will buy it on DVD. So for all those reasons, I'm gonna give Cruella, Disney's Cruella, 4 stars. So, Disney's Cruella, have you guys seen it? What did you think about it? Please let me know in the comment section just below this video. If you like this channel, then please click the thumbs up button. And if you want to see any more reviews on my channel, or request any new ones, then subscribe. Have a great week, and weekend, and I will see you in my next movie review of the final, I've been waiting for this, Fast and Furious 9 next week. Have a good week.